What's good with y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna talk about how success requires you to hit a new level. Listen, man, when you want more out of life, life is gonna ask more out of you. You can't expect to get more out of life doing the same thing that you are doing. You know, when I wanted to build my body and I wanted to build my physique and I wanted to attain more muscle, life asked the price. What was the price? The price was that I had to go to the gym consistently, right? I wasn't gonna build my body sleeping. I wasn't gonna build my body not going to the gym. I wasn't gonna build my body not eating, right? Because when I started going to the gym, I was 130 pounds. I had to go from 130 pounds to 160, 170. That was my goal, right? So if I want to build my body and I want to gain more muscle, I have to do what is required, right? But this is the thing. The thing is that some of you guys aren't willing to do what is required to attain that new level of success. If you don't want to do what is required to attain the level of success that you want, then you're not ready to attain that success. Right? Because life is gonna ask more from you. You have to level up. You have to change. You have to become the person that can attain the success. Right? You have to attract the success. How do you attract? By becoming. When you become, you attract. Right? It doesn't work the other way around. Right? You don't attract by not becoming. Life requires you to hit a new level. This could go with business. This could go with relationships. This could go with your physique. When you want to become a greater version of yourself, you got to become a greater version of yourself in every single area. You know, what you put into life, that's what you get out. So if what you're currently doing is not generating you success, it's not generating you the results that you want in your life, is because you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do to generate those results. Listen to me, bro. I became the person that I've became by leveling up, right? The people that are successful for a reason. Success leaves clues. You have to level up in every single area of your life, right? You have to take your life more serious. You can't expect to attain success doing what everybody else is doing. How do you expect to attain success? By following the crowd. If you see what the crowd is doing and what the crowd gets and what the results of the crowd, why would you keep following the crowd? Bro, you gotta change, bro. You gotta change your sleep habits. You gotta change your eating habits. You gotta change your thinking habits, right? We can't have a poor mindset. We can't think like everybody else thinks. If you think how everybody else thinks, you're gonna get everybody else's results. Now, is that what you want, bro? Do you want everybody else's results? Truly, is that what you want? I know you don't want to be like everybody else, right? I don't want to be like everybody else. So what do I got to do? If I don't want to be like everybody else, what do I have to do? I have to do what most people aren't doing, right? I have to wake up earlier, right? I have to wake up earlier and I got to go to sleep earlier, right? That takes discipline. That takes a lot of discipline, right? If I want to have a nice physique, I got to be going to the gym, right? Most people ain't going to the gym. Most men aren't going to the gym. Most men are in comfort, right? That's what I can't be doing, right? If I want a new level of success, I got to do what is required. If I have to record videos in order to grow my YouTube channel, what do you think I'm going to do, right? What do you think I'm doing right now? I'm recording this video. I'm leveling up my skills, right? I know for me to be successful on YouTube and be a successful YouTuber, life is asking more of me, right? More is required. More is required to put on the plate, because if you just do the bare minimum, you're not gonna get nowhere in life. If you don't grab life by the balls, right? If you don't grab life by the balls, you're gonna live a life that you don't want, right? You're gonna take whatever life hands you. Is that the life that you want? Do you want a life handed or a life created? I'm picking a life created. I want to create my life. I want to dominate life. I don't want to be dominated by life. It's a difference. I want to be the one taking action. I want to be the one steering the wheel, right? I don't want life to steer the wheel for me. I want to pick my direction. I want to get what I want out of life. And that's what is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Because I'm willing to do what is required, right? You have to be willing to do what is required. Bro, if you could do what is required, you will attain that level of success. But you first have to understand that you got to change your habits. You got to change who you are. You got to think differently. You got to move differently. You can't be hanging around the same group of friends, right? You need a new social circle. You need new people. You need new energy around you, right? You need people that are on the same path as you. You need people that are going where you're going, right? You got to leave everything behind. You got to sacrifice everything in your life. If that's what's required for you to attain success, that's what you got to do, right? Success requires us to hit a new level. And you got to look at yourself in the mirror and you got to really ask yourself, what do I got to cut out from my life? What do I got to do to hit this new level of success that I want to attain? Right? Life doesn't get easier. Life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger, right? You get stronger and you get more equipped, right? Your mindset elevates. Your mindset elevates. Your body elevates. Who you are as a man elevates. When you can elevate who you are, that's when you're going to attain and attract the success that you want. Success requires us to leave everything behind. You got to be willing to leave everything behind, because something new is coming, right? New success is coming into our lives, and that's what we want. Now, are you someone that says you want success, right? Are you someone that says you want success, but you don't take action? You don't do what is required, right? Because you got to be willing to do what is required. You got to do the hard work, whether you feel like it or not. Success is going to demand that of you. Are you going to step up to the plate when it's required? Are you going to step up when it's required? You know? You got to be that man. You got to be that man that steps up to the plate no matter how he feels. Those days that you feel tired, are you going to still do the work anyways? Those days that you feel tired, are you still going to go to the gym and get the workout in? Those days that you feel tired, are you going to work on your business and do what you got to do to move and grow your business forward? Are you going to do those things? Are you going to do those things? Because you got to do those things if you want to reach a new level of success. When you see a chick, a badass chick that you want to talk to, are you going to crumble? You going to take the pressure of the moment and not go approach? Because if you want that chick, you got to go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? You got to go talk to her. So if you want to attain that level of success, you got to change. You got to change and you got to move differently. Right? It all comes down to who you want to be in life. If you're willing to change and you're willing to put in the necessary work, you will succeed. I guarantee that you will succeed. You've never seen somebody give it their all and fail. Right? Don't be mad Don't be mad. Don't be mad when you don't get what you want. Don't be mad when you don't get what you want out of life because you didn't put in the work. You gotta be willing to put in the work. Don't be mad. Don't be mad when you ain't got that badass chick. Don't be mad when you stuck at a 9-to-5 that you hate. Don't be mad when you out of shape and you don't look good. You know what I'm saying? You got a beer belly. Don't be mad, right? Because you weren't willing to hit that new level. We gotta be willing to hit that new level. Success is always gonna ask for more, and you gotta step up to the plate. I know I'm gonna step up to the plate. I gotta step up to the plate because I know the life that I want. I know my dream. I know my dream and I know my goals. I know what I want to do in life. So if I know what I want to do in life, I gotta do what is required for me to achieve that level of success. With that being said, I want you guys to chase greatness. Chase greatness. Alright? When you chase greatness, everything else comes into your life. I'll see y'all in my next video.